Sunday morning to all my brothers and sisters. I'm Clayton Arline, and this is about real talk. I hope you done woke up this morning and you done praise God and ask God for good thanks for His grace and His mercy. But this is a subject that I think is real talk. For all you men out there, and I think it's important that you understand why you are more emotionally attached to your mother more than your father. And these are some things that I want to be able to discuss and I can verify. And there is different threads that help explain how many men feel emotionally connected to their mother, me, myself, and I. And the reason why I'm doing this, I had a friend, I called her last night, and she said to me, she said, man, my son is here helping me around the house. I don't know what it is. It's something about what she said that reflected back on my background. There was nothing that I would not do for my mother. I don't care what she went through, how she went through it, no matter what. My mother, I'm going to always be attached. Every man, no matter what your mother do, that's how you came into this world. So you must treat her with pride. But let me break it down to emotionally bonding and how that actually started. Mothers often serve as the primary caregiver. I mean, that's all the kids see, mostly the mother. When they're growing up, especially in early childhood, which build a strong emotional foundation. Men, don't you ever think you can replace a mother. But you cannot give a mother love a kid the way a mother can. And sons may feel more comfortable expressing vulnerability with their mother, while typical more nourishment and emotional availability. I'm going to say this to all you boys. You better look. It wasn't easy raising you, boy. Your mother should be your pride and joy. But we're going to talk real talk a little bit later on doing this. And when we talk about early detachment, and I'm being honest, when I see boys doing stuff for their mother, man, I get very emotional. I know it's important and what she sacrificed and what she's done to make sure I am the person who I am today. Boys, word up. This is real talk. Early detachment, according to the attachment theory, children form deep bond with the caregiver who provide consistent comfort and care. And it mostly uses the mother. Man, when that kid gets sick at night, when that kid get hungry, when that kid is something wrong, that mother is always there. Where you at, boy? Yeah, that's your mother's job. Okay, so you understand how we as boys are more attached to the mother. Not that the girls are not attached, but it's just that boys have a different view when it comes down to their mother. This early connection can change how men relate to their parents, even into adulthood. I'm going to say this. If your boy's going home, you know that your mother can't do certain things, do you don't know what kind of pride and joy, what kind of love that she may not express it when she see her son coming there taking care of some things that she cannot do? That's emotional for me. And we talk about communication style. When we're talking about why boys are more closer to their mother, mothers tend to be more open and empathetic in conversation, which can foster emotional closeness. Now, father, let me tell you something, boy. Traditionally, may adopt a more pragmatic or disciplinary role, which can create emotional distance. Let me tell you this right now. I don't know about your fathers, but when you get them fathers, man, been raised in the country, raised by those guys. You know, I walked up to my dad one day, and I'm gonna tell you something. I got to give it to him. I say, hey, Dad, look here. Hey, you think I can borrow about 20 from you? And yeah, he looked at me and said, guess what? Yeah, you can get 20. You that's all you want? Yeah, just 20. He said, he did look at me like this. He said, do you want 2 10s? Or you want 10 twos? Or do you want 1 10 times 2? So I know what that meant is that was a way of letting me know that, yeah, you're going to get it, but not the way you think you're going to get this 20. So are you working with me on this one? And when you talk about, there is a lot of biological factors that's involved when you're talking about why these boys are attached to their mother. Boys, I don't care what you do, boy. You better love your mother until the day you die. And we talking about hormones like oxytocin released during childbirth and breastfeeding and strengthen the mother-child bond. Man, do you know when that mother got that baby in her arm, showing him love when he cried? You know, I mean, I'm looking at the old time. Rock the baby to sleep. Now, you think I got time to rock that big rascal to sleep? No. Mom going to show them more love than dad can ever show them because mom have established that bond. So you can understand when they call you a mama's boy. So we're not going to get off into that right now because that can take us into boys may be biological wired to seek comfort and emotional safety with their mother during a formative year. I'm telling you, you cannot replace a mother, boy. But I'm going to get in your case. I'm not going to get sidetracked. This is real talk. And there's a social role and expectation between the son and the mother. In many cultures, fathers are seen as the role model, an authoritarian figure, which can lead to respect, but not necessarily emotional intimacy. So can you understand? Them boys been raised by a certain way, and they're going to treat you the way they've been treating. They don't understand that the mother carries on the biggest weight. Mothers are often viewed as emotional anchor, making them the go-to for support and understanding. Come on, boy. I understand what you're going through with, big dog. I'm your mother. And when you don't have a father figure around, hey, boy, I'm going to say this to you. You need to stop walking around here talking about I got 8 hours of job. I go to work and come home. It's more than that. If you add the time up, the mother spend more time than you are, even 3 times. Got to wash the dishes, got to clean the house. She got to do everything that you not able to do. So don't even come like that at me. Let me finish my thing before I pull around and go off. And we talking about divorces and family structure. And there's another thing that can cause some distance between. Most of the time, the mother's always the one that is left with the kid or the grandmother. The father, address is unknown. He done went to start another family and not caring about whether his kid survive or not. You want to know why this boy is emotionally attached to his mother? Because there is something in life worth dying for. When you done got a mother that went above and beyond, you must be willing to die for that mother, no matter what she do in your life. When we talk about divorce, this was after divorce, children often live with their mother, which can reinforce closeness. But my mother ain't gonna turn her back on me. She may not agree with, but there has to be a father in the house. I'm talking real talk. And when we're talking about, of course, this is not universal. Some men are closer to their father, especially when dad take on nurturing role. Now, I need to flip this chart on that. It all depends on the situation. I'm talking about, hey, man, father, hey, baby, teach me how to play ball. I got to have that father figure in my life also. So I'm not always saying this, you have to bow to your mother, but I'm saying to me, we talk about where the responsibility lies at. Now, are you working with me? Now, you got to understand that attachment theory that what we talked about is one of the most influential framework in psychological for understanding how we form emotional bonds and negative relationships throughout our life. I'm saying to all the men out there, I'm going to say it again. This friend of mine told me, said, man, my son is doing everything. He'll come up when I call him. Do you understand that is a bond between the mother and the father? If you turn your back on your mother, you are less than a man. That's all I got to say. Are you working with me, boy? Now, let me tell you something. When I tell you about what is the attachment theory? What does the attachment mean? I'm attached to my mother. And no matter what she go through with, ain't no boy going to sit back and let his mother be mistreated. He may not be able to defend her at that time, but in the long run, the big payback. I hope you understand that's not bringing any type of threat, whatever. Now, this was done and was developed by a guy they called John Bowen, and it was talked about in the mid 20th century. Attachment theory explains how humans form strong emotional connection. Okay, what does that mean? Especially between infant and their primary caregiver. Now, if you notice that, man, you can leave your primary caregiver there, but when that kid see that mother, or when that son see that mother, hey, mom, they need that reassurance. They need that love and that safety and security around. So when you understand, when you establish that bond with your mother, that bond will never be broken. I don't care, boy, you can get old as hell. You is going to protect your mother regardless of what the situation may be and how it may be. You know, there are some key concepts that most of us boys, you need to understand. Attachment figures. The person usually a caregiver who provides safety and comfort. A caregiver, hey, mom, I love you, girl. Now we're talking about secure bases, a trust figure that allow a child to explore the world confidentially. Now you got to understand, these are key concepts when you're talking about why are these things are going down. And we're talking about a safe havens, someone the child turn during distress or any type of trouble. That kid going to turn to someone that they trust, that they can rely on, that's going to protect them, and not realizing that you are my caregiver. Now we talk about internal working model. What are we talking about? Boy, stay attached to your mother. Mental template forms in the childhood that guide expectations of future relationship. Well, again, charity begins at home. Boy, you cannot give your kids the kind of love that the mother gives. Mother love is like forever love. And there's these are different things that they were doing studies on. Many N-words explain born work and identify the main attachment style. And so when you understand main attachment style, then we get into it. Secure is comfortable with intimate and autonomous trust in others. That's when they feel secure. When we're talking about avoiding, what are we talking about? Emotional distance, avoid closeness and primary suppression feeling. Hey man, when you start treating kids bad, you know that's going to be called distance. You know, when you show kids love, they're going to show it back to you no matter what they do. But charity begins at home. And I'm not out here trying to put nobody down. I'm talking real talk. When we're talking about anxiety, and they crave closeness, but fear, rejection are often insecure and clenching. They don't want to get attached to no one. Their action is like they don't want to trust you. And they don't have that closeness, and they feel that rejection and insecurity that comes in their life. You can verify what I'm talking about. We're talking about when you have a disorganized family. These can be emotional attachment, confused or fearful behavior, often linked to trauma, and inconsistent care. I'm saying all these play a factor in the development of our child, especially the boys. Please understand it. When we talk about another thing, and I'm going to close this out by saying the lifespan impact. Childhood, secure attachment fosters confidence, curiosity, and emotional regulation. And during the adulthood, early attachment patterns often persist, affecting how we handle intimate conflicts and trust. So are y'all working with me on this one? Now, this is one that I think change is possible. Attachment style can evolve through therapy, healthy relationship, and a healthy lifestyle. I just need y'all to understand that protecting a mother is essential. And I just need you to understand that with those psychology argue that attachment behavior, like crying or clenching, or evolution to keep infant closer to caregiver. They start crying when they got to leave that mother or their father. They put on an act. They afraid because they feel secure. And you want to say, come on, take it. No, I don't want to go to you. No, I know what my caregiver is. I want to stay with my mother. And these are the kind of things that develop and shape their behavior. And these application therapy, it helps clients understand relationship pattern to heal from past wounds. And we're talking about parenting. We talk about encouraging responsive caregivers to foster secure attachment. Now, let me put it the last thing I want to talk about: education, support, emotional development, and resilience in children. I had to talk about this because this is real talk. And I'm going to say this to all my brothers. Don't never turn your back on your mother. When you turn your back on your mother, you're going to turn your back on life. Don't never turn your back on God, because that's where the life starts. That's where it's going to end at. When I say to you, I'm just sharing my experiences, how I went above and beyond to see my mother. I don't care where I was at. If I'm in the stateside, you can believe she gonna see me at least 4 times a year. Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and a lot of time on her birthday. She always knows that I'm gonna show up at least 4 times a year. I don't care what my schedule is. I had to see my mother because I know the trials and the tribulation. I know the ups and downs. I know the good and the bad. So as you get older, you can reflect back on what your mother done for you. And then if you're a man, and if you're a man of integrity, a man of honor, you would admit through God, through your mother. Your father, he's a donor, he's a good man, but he cannot give you the love that your mother's going to give to you. I don't care what man. I know some of them take a role when the mother walk out, you have to take on that role, but it's not the same. It is a little bit different of fatherly love when they've been attached to a mother. And I'll say this: the reason why I'm attached to my mother, because what she went through with me. I was a troubled kid. We was very poor, 13, lived in a little shack. And my mom always said to us, we don't have much, but make the best of whatever you do have. If you have one pair of pants, make sure it's clean. Make sure you clean yourself. She didn't have much, but she empowered us. So boys, for you out there, I want you to sit back and relax and look at your mother. That's you. She's getting older now, but that's still you. That's your image. How would you feel when your mother done spent all of her life taking care of you? When you was hungry, she fed you. When you were sick, she made sure that she took care of you. She nursed you. She bathed you. Make sure you went to school. Make sure you had food to eat, water, whatever, through God. Why would you turn your back on your mother? Your mother should be your pride and joy. You understand? You're going to reach what you sow when you turn your back on God and your mother. This real talk. We can walk around here shoot, shucking, and show nothing, and conniving and lying and whatever. Your mother is the one that spent 9 months and more throughout your life, and your mother's still your mother, even when you done turn 60 or 70. Your father's a good thing. I'm not putting it down. I'm going to say it. You cannot replace a mother with a father. He can act in a various roles, but the love, that bond, that emotional connection could never be replaced, because this is what a good son going to take care of his mother throughout the days of his life. If your mother say, I need you, make a way and go and see her. She made a way for you. She waited on you when you were down on, you were sick, you was all these nourishment that you needed. She was there for you. Why would you turn your back on your mother? Why? You're less than a man and you're going to reach what you sow. You can come back here, and I notice that a lot of you boys, you come back here, you know that your mother is in the hospital, you know that your mother can't move around, your father is no longer here, she needs things taken care of around the house, and you knowing that she can't do it, and you don't have the time to say, I'm going to go down here and clean my mom's house off. She can't do it no more. Do you know what kind of joy and love that brings to your mother's face and her heart when her kids is doing for her? You're going to get old one day. Do unto others as you have them to do unto you. You don't have to be a perfect man, but your mother's everything. Your mother's your pride and joy. This is real talk, boys. This is real talk. Your mother gonna always be your mother. You can go out in the streets and think you done became big time. I don't want to deal with my family because the world done took me over, but you done forgot about your mother. Understand. And I'm going to say this one story to you, and I hope this brings some joy in your life. This is a story about a young man. This young man grew up in the church. This young man was gifted with a voice. I mean, when he sung in the church, it's like it brought a spirit among everyone. So one day there was a man came to church, and he heard the voice sing one time. And right after the church service was over with, he walked up to the young boy and said, I know where you can make a whole lot of money with that kind of voice. And all you got to do is sign a contract. You can travel the world and you're going to have luxurious cars. You can have everything if you can sign a contract. A long story short, that late in the afternoon, the boy walked up to his mother. He said, Mother, I got a chance to make a whole lot of money because I met a man today and he said that I have a gifted voice. And if I sign the contract, I can become a millionaire. I want you to follow a story with a young mother, what this mother said. She looked at the son and she said, Son, I done raised you the very best that I can. You are 18 years old. I can't stop you. But when you turn your back on God, you're going to lose everything. So the boy heard what she said, but he wasn't listening. So the next morning, the boy signed the contract, left, and went all over the world. Started making all kind of money. Surrounded him with all kind of automobiles, all the luxurious things in life. I mean, he was big time. So he was having such a great time, and he was introducing to all kind of people. But one person that he got introduced was a person they call Mr. Heron, King Heron. And once he got introduced to King Heron, that took over his life. I'm talking about that cocaine, that heroin, and addiction. And once he got hooked up on it, he got to a point in his life that he done forgot where he came from. He don't even know his mother's name. He got to a point where he got so sick, he wound up in the hospital. Now he had everything surrounded by him, but King Heron took him out. So as he was laying in the hospital, an old lady came by, and she looked in the hospital bedroom. She said, hey, son, how you doing? She said, looks to me like you done came from a good family. Where are you from? And he told exactly where he's from. He said, do you know where your mother live? He said, I'm not sure. Well, what state she live in? That old lady contacted this boy's mother and told her, he said, ma'am, I'm this person. Your son is laying up in a hospital bed and he don't know where he's at. Like a good mother, that mother got on the plane the next day, showed up at that hospital bed. She walked in and she said, do you know who I am? He said, yes. He said, do you believe in God? Yes. Do you believe that God can heal you? Yes. Do you believe that God can make a way out of no way? Yes. Well, if you believe all that, I want you to get out of that bed right now and get down on your knees and you ask God for mercy. The boy got out on the bed, got out of the bed, fell on his knees, got up, and 2 weeks later he was able to travel. The mother took him back down south. Got the boy all fat, got his face looking good, and all of a sudden the boy walked up to his mother. He said, Mom, I got to go back to Chicago. Well, the mother looked at him and said, I know you're not serious. Yep, I got to go back. You mean all God have done for you and you going to go back to that same place that tried to destroy you? Say, yep, I just got to go back one more time. Well, I can't stop you. All God have done. That's what the mother tell him. He got on the plane the next day and he showed back up at this club where it was standing room only. And they found out that he was in town. And he showed up at this club, and before he came on the stage, everybody was drinking up. And all of a sudden, he came out, and they cheered him on. And let me tell you the story. He said, I came back to sing this one song. And these guys thought he was going to sing some of this juke joint song. And he started out. I said, I want y'all to please listen. He started singing this one song that my mother always loved for me to sing. He said, y'all sit back, we listen. And he started out like this here. Pray for me, oh Lord. Pray for me, oh Lord. Oh, please, my brother, please pray for me. See, sometimes when you understand, when you done turned your back on your mother, and your mother gonna be there no matter what you go through in life. I want you to say this. That touched my heart when I heard this young man got on his very knees, went from being the rich man to brother cocaine knocked him on his knees. And believe me, God can heal you through all your trouble, no matter what you done went through in your past. Believe that God can make a way out of no way. It's been a plumb pleasing pleasure. And it touched my heart when I hear someone telling me what my son is doing for me. That's irreplaceable. That's countless for me. So I want you to, boys, listen to me. Take care of your mother, your grandmother, your sisters, your nieces, because they're going to be mothers one day. Don't never turn your back on your mother, boy. If you turn your back on your mother, you done turned your back on God. And if you turn your back on God, trials and tribulation will be meeting you next week. It's been a good Sunday morning. I had to do this because it touched my heart to knowing that a son is doing above and exceedingly above the call of duty to help his mother, take care of his mother. So good Sunday morning. Enjoy your service this morning. May God bless you and keep you. Please share this, all my videos, because this is about real talk. I didn't plan this, but it was something about this conversation that drew me towards talk about the important the men staying close to their mother. So until next time, may God bless you. Please share.